You ever wonder what would happen if all that madness in Dallas this past summer never happened? We all have our ifs in life, especially in the NBA. It's such a broad league that moves are made every day by players, coaches, and owners. Some fans can accept change, and some just never will. But we all wonder, I wonder, what if DeAndre Jordan did play for Dallas Mavericks this past summer? Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope everyone is well. Starting a YouTube account for the first time is very tough the first few weeks. This is my fourth week as a member, and if you guys really have enjoyed my videos, please be sure to show some love by liking this video, subscribing, and sharing this video or any other video of mine with a friend who shows common interest. Please guys, spread the word. It's the only way we can really keep these videos coming. I appreciate it by millions times 10. On to our hot topic of the day. What if DeAndre Jordan did become a Dallas Maverick last summer? Now, before I go on, I like to explain the setup of this video. Even though this video is titled as a what if video, I like to include that this video is a little different. Let me explain myself. Basically, what this video should be is a best case scenario, a BCS video. It's a what if with the addition of the original scenario compared to the what if scenario, and towards the end we compare and contrast both of these scenarios, how things really played out versus how things could have played out. You get me? Cool. So just wanted to clarify that quick. On to our topic. To make this story short, I'm pretty sure you know what ended up happening between DeAndre and the Dallas Mavericks this past summer. If you don't, by any chance, then I will include an article in the description for you guys to read. I'm not trying to make this video super long, okay? So we know that DeAndre Jordan had verbally agreed to joining the Mavericks this past summer. Let's pick up from there. It's July 6th of 2015 and the whole city of Dallas just finished partying on a Saturday celebrating DeAndre's agreement to join the Dallas Mavericks. But now, Dallas has to move forward and think about making some cuts. Where do the Mavericks go from here? It's now the second week of the free agency period and the Mavericks enter free agency with 6 players under contract. Dirk Nowitzki, Chandler Parsons, Devin Harris, Dwight Powell, Raymond Felton, and first-round draft pick Justin Anderson. They've seemed to come to terms with 4 other players: DeAndre Jordan, Wes Matthews, Jeremy Evans, and JJ Barea. However, the league minimum calls for at least a 13-man roster, so it's still missing a few pieces. They decide to go after Javal McGee, Charlie Villanueva, Salah Madri, and Pierre Jackson. Here is what the Mavericks roster along with the team cap space looks like at this point. So that's the Mavericks with a DeAndre Jordan. But what about the LA Clippers? The Clippers still get all their original free agency pickups, but there was not much that they could have done because they were already above the cap space limit. That's why the Clippers stressed last summer to get DeAndre Jordan and convince him to come back, as it was a sign of urgency and it seemed desperate to many. So here are the Clippers without a DeAndre Jordan. Okay, so now that we have DeAndre Jordan in Dallas, I just wanted to explain how these teams could have possibly looked like. I'm going to rewind this a little bit and I'll come back to this roster. Right now, I'm going to simulate this whole season's original Clippers with DeAndre and original Mavericks. Both teams with full capacity, as I will turn off the injuries. Blake Griffin missed 45 games this past season because he broke his hand, and CP3 got injured in the playoffs, so we never really got to see how good this team could have really been. Mavericks also suffered with injuries to start the season, so let's simulate. Clippers go 56-26. They get the 4th seed in the West. DeAndre earns Defensive Player of the Year for the first time in his career. He also makes the All-Defensive First Team for the 2nd year in a row. He does not make it to the All-Star game, but 2 of his teammates do. He averages 14.3 rebounds per game, and he beat the league with a game high of 9 blocks, making it a career high. He was one short of a rebound to tying Kevin Love's 19 rebounds in one game. When we compare the Clippers with Mavericks, one thing that stands out is that the Mavericks lack athleticism in their team. They have no one that can attack the basket like the Clippers do. Their last meeting, the Clippers beat them by 18 points. The Clippers stand out in almost every position except for small forward. The Mavericks really missing a center and could really use a DeAndre Jordan. Clippers rank first in field goal efficiency, where the Mavericks actually rank third in three-point efficiency. Overall, the Mavericks are not a playoff caliber team, and the Clippers are a title contender, however, not heavily the favorites like the Golden State Warriors or Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's see how they perform in the playoffs. First round, they go up against the Portland Trail Blazers, and they seek to try and take their home field advantage. This series was a nail-biter as it went all the way to Game 7 and Clippers moved on. Now they face the defending champs, and they seek to prove themselves in this series as they go against one of their many rivals. Clippers only lost one game and get eliminated by the Golden State Warriors. That's the season for DeAndre Jordan with a healthy Clippers and a healthy league. Now let's see if it's any different in Dallas. So now that we kind of have an idea of what DeAndre in LA at full capacity could have been, let's apply the same rules, an injury-free season with using the roster where DeAndre Jordan is in Dallas. Let's see how this could have gone if DeAndre didn't back out of his verbal agreement. The Mavericks didn't make it to the playoffs in our last scenario. Will it be different now that DeAndre Jordan is in this team? And where does the Clippers end up without a DeAndre Jordan? And can DeAndre Jordan win Defensive Player of the Year playing with the Mavericks? So many questions, so let's find out. So Mavericks go 42-40 and up to the 7th seed in the West. DeAndre Jordan wins Defensive Player of the Year for the first time in his career, and he makes his second All-Defensive First Team. Once again, he is not an All-Star participant, and neither is his teammate Dirk Nowitzki. DeAndre averages 12.5 rebounds per game and about 9.2 points per game. DeAndre Jordan beats a career high of 9 blocks in a game, and he manages to collect 25 rebounds in one single game this season. Comparing Mavericks with the Clippers, Mavericks are poor behind the arc, and the Clippers are bad in the low post offense. The last meeting between the two teams, Clippers won by 4 points. Looking at the lineups for these two teams, they both lack good players in certain positions, but Clippers are still the better team because they have CP3 and Blake Griffin on their team. Clippers ranked first in assists per game, and Mavericks ranked 5th in three-point efficiency. While both teams made the playoffs, the Clippers still had the better record. Let's see how far these two teams go. San Antonio sweeps the Clippers in round 1, and Golden State eliminates the Mavericks in a 5-game series. Either way, both teams got eliminated in the first round, not being able to continue to the Western Conference semifinals. If DeAndre Jordan ended up in Dallas, it would have made Dallas better by about 7 games and Clippers worse by about 9 games. Keep in mind that even though 2K16 simulated the Mavericks with DeAndre Jordan a 42-40 record, and in real life Mavericks actually had that 42-40 record, was because of injuries. Keep in mind that injuries around the league play a big role in a team's success and failures as well. A good example this past season was the Chicago Bulls. They were a playoff contention team for sure. They got injured and in result didn't make the playoffs, and it gave the Pistons a chance to enter at the 8th seed to compete against the Cavaliers. The real Mavericks benefited from teams around the league that were hurt. But not only that, I have to give them a lot of credit for guys in that team really stepping it up. But that's why I simulated an injury-free season to avoid any mishaps that usually occur during the regular season. And while DeAndre Jordan isn't no Steph Curry, LeBron James, or Kevin Durant, it didn't make much of a difference. But it's safe to say that either team with DeAndre Jordan is a little better because it gives the team a chance to collect rebounds and play some good defense. This year, the West is just loaded with good teams like the Warriors, Thunder, and Spurs. Unless DeAndre Jordan is one of those three teams, he probably won't see a chance for a ring this year or next year unless another big superstar comes to his team next year. There you have it, guys. For more videos like this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Sin Sports, signing off.